So we recently just had our first vending event. It was at a local community festival, and I was the only Pokemon vendor there. So we're going to go over what my sales were and did I profit or not during this event. So you're going to see me looking off to the left. I have a spreadsheet open up over here so I can see and go through all the numbers. At the end of this, we'll just talk about the actual event itself, but let's go ahead and knock out this money part of it. I'm going to break this out in the different types of payments we did. So during this event, I was accepting PayPal, Venmo. I was using my Wix that I use for narrowpattcg.com, my website. I was using that as my tap display for my camera. My phone. I could use my phone, tap someone's card or tap someone's phone and accept payment through that. And cash, obviously. So, man, my face is itchy today. Let's break it down. I had one person pay me through PayPal. After fees and everything, it came out to be $14.57. Venmo, I had 10 people use and pay me through Venmo by using a QR code. I had PayPal and I had Venmo down here. This was set up on my table. We'll talk about that in a second. But I had 10 people pay me on Venmo for a total of $291.26 after fees through Venmo. Starting to add up. Wix, using this tap to pay, that was very crucial. Instead of getting one of those little squares or any other type of POS system to accept cards, I was able to use my camera, my phone, and I was able to tap the cards on the back of my phone or go back to back on phones and accept payment. And I did a total of $707.82 on my Wix. Now we're really starting to add up and getting numbers, right? Like, this is pretty exciting. I had everything that I had there at the show that was a sealed type of product was I had put on Wix, so that way I could easily just click it on my phone and select, and I knew exactly what it was. I could tell them the price easily, and I could just click everything and boom, it added it all up, and it was right there to accept payment quickly. I think that was a very crucial, and it saved me a lot of time. Jump into the next one is cash. I wish it was $1 more. We did $799 in cash. That's what I left the event with. I went in with the 300, so I had a little over $1,000 cash after leaving the event. And I had took in an extra $799. So if we add all these numbers up right here, all these numbers, that comes out to $1,812.65. That is the transactions that I did during this event, which for not being a Pokemon event, like an actual card show or anything like that, this is just a festival. I think that was really great. Like I said earlier, I was the only Pokemon vendor there, and I knew what my target audience was going to be. It was going to be kids. So I had a bunch of cheap cards, a bunch of cool cards that, I thought kids would like, and adults ranging, I wanted to just say the male Pokemon target is between the age of like 20 to 45. I know it's pretty wide range. I fall in that range myself, but I knew I needed to have some more cheaper end up to expensive. I wanted the full variety there just in case someone wanted something. So on to the next part, because we're going to break out everything. During this event, I made trades, and I traded cards, and I bought Pokemon cards as well. So I spent a total of $240 buying Pokemon cards. So let's take that out of the equation. Now, I know this is one that people really want to know. I can't go too much into detail on this, right? But it's the cost of goods. How much did the items, like what I have behind me, cost me to buy before I sold them, right? So I'm not going to go through and tell you my cost directly, because if you want to know what costs are for stuff, you can get into it and start doing it yourself. But my total cost, I'm going to put an asterisk next to this, was a total of $724.97. And the reason for the asterisk on this is because I did sell, like I'm looking at the list, I sold a Lance's Charizard Celebrations. Well, I've had that for over 2 years in my collection, right? So what I bought it for 2 years ago is not the same as what it's worth today. So, I mean, I made good profit on it, right? I'll go ahead and say it. These were selling for $50. I bought them 2.5 years ago now. Yeah, 2.5 years ago, because it's during Christmas time period when they came out. And they were $20 each. But I've been holding on to them. So it's a $30 profit on that one box alone after, if you think about fees and everything else. But my best selling thing was actually the Glory of Team Rockets. I opened booster boxes and I was selling packs. I sold a total of 68 Glory of Team Rocket packs, which, no, go ahead and grab it. Like, this is my leftover box from this event. This was the third box that I opened. Oh, and one just slid out. So I went through 2 boxes and 8 packs out of this one box. This was great. I just had them listed up there in the front. People wanted them. It was the newest thing. It's the newest Pokemon set, right? People wanted it. But yeah, I sold through a lot of different things. I just kind of go through it. I also sold a Glory Team Rocket Booster box. I sold a Battle Partners box. I sold my Terrestrial Fest box, Surging Sparks packs, Journey Together packs, some other random packs like some Paldea Fates, Scarlet and Violet, Obsidian Flame. Some of like the beginning of Scarlet and Violet era packs. I had a few loose packs that people bought, and celebration boxes like that's, and then singles. I didn't talk about singles really, so I took a binder. Why is it not coming out? I had a binder like this with just a bunch of, I'm just going to kind of quickly flip through it, right? Just a bunch of singles that I sold. This binder was in a range from $1 to $10 or $1 to $9, and everything above $9 I had in my case. These are all duplicates to my collection that I have, and in the back, it's all empty now because I took them all out. I had Magic the Gathering in there because I have a pretty large Magic the Gathering collection as well. And I sold 1 Magic the Gathering card. The reason I put an asterisk at the beginning of the cost of goods is because all these extra cards I opened previously between nearly 2 years ago now to a year ago. And they were all extra cards to my master sets. It's kind of hard to put a cost on that if I would. Packs back then were ranging about $3 to $4.50 a pack. Well, if you get 10 cards in a pack, they were about 30 cents to 45 cents each, depending. If you wanted to break it down that way. I did not care to do that. These are older from my collection, so I just said that they're pretty much free to me. I gave them to the company, right? To help it get off the road. Okay. So yeah, cost of goods total was $724.97. Going on to the next one. The direct cost. So this is cost that I had to pay up front before even going to the event. Like the booth, the table, right? Well, I'm going to the booth because they just gave me an 11-foot by 11-foot square. They didn't give me no tables. I had to bring my own tables and everything, and chairs. That was $55. I bought a table cover because I didn't just want a white table, like fold out table, or add white and 2 blacks. And I didn't want that just being plain up there with my stuff sitting on top of it. I wanted it to look a little better than that, so I bought the table cover and borrowed 2 from the other tables that I borrowed. That was $14.99. I bought a display case. It's these ones that you see. It's just like one of the billboard display cases. It opens up, has a blue felt liner inside of it. And that's what I use to display my higher end cards. That was $10 and up. My most expensive card in there was a, I'll show it later. Anyways, that thing ran me $88.80. So I had to get that if I wanted to vend, right? I guess I didn't, but it made it to where the wind was blowing during this event because it's outside. I wasn't worried about my cards flying off or walking off in someone's pocket. They were protected. They were in a case. The next thing I did was I bought these acrylic sign holders. I think this is pretty crucial to have during events like this because, you know, I had my YouTube linked on here, Instagram, if they wanted to follow me, and then quickly QR codes for PayPal and Venmo. And that way I'd have to pull up on my phone every single time and go and show them the QR code. It was right there. It's on the table. They're able to see it. For a pack of 3 of these things, it was $12.99 on Amazon, which is a lot better than the $16 per each at Staples. So actually everything I'm talking about on this list currently, I bought off Amazon. The next thing was the Hollyland Lark M2, which is this mic right here, this case. I bought this because I was hoping to make some videos during this event and just have it, but I didn't realize how much I'd need my phone during this event, and I wasn't able to record much. I guess we can talk about that a little bit more, but this little mic, I mean, about the full thing, like it has 2 mics, it has a camera mount, it has a USB-C mount to a phone, and a lightning mount for Apple. So that was $119. Now, if we combined up this entire list right here, that's $314.77 with tax. So that's my direct cost going into this. So if all the math people out here that's kind of been keeping track of the math, we had a total sale quantity of $1,812.65. I spent $240 on cards. My cost of goods was $724.97. And my direct cost to vend at this event was $314.77. That leaves me with a grand total of $532.91 profit. So, hey, I profited at my first event. That's super exciting. It worked out great. I'm glad it did what it did. And yeah, like I'm just super excited about it. Like, we did profit from this event. But we need to break into another part of this that I think a lot of people don't talk about when they start talking about these vending things, and that is my time. I value my time really high because I work a lot, and when I'm not working, I try to spend that time with my family, right? Well, if I'm at work, I can't be doing this vending stuff, which means I have to do it after work hours, which is cutting into my family time. Same with like making these videos. It cuts into my family time. So I have to take all that into account. I had 30 hours in prep time for this because I was looking into like the case. I wanted to make sure I had a display case that would last and was what most people are using. The general idea of watching seller point of views, granted, I might have been multitasking a lot while doing all this, but the biggest time thing was pricing out all the cards. Like I said, I had this binder that I showed a second ago full of Pokemon and Magic the Gathering. I had to price out every single one of these cards and put a sticker on them. Same one for my display case. I had to price out every single one. Now, I'm not trying to sound like I'm complaining about it, but it does take a lot of time. And now that I know more about it, I guarantee you I can cut this down. I can cut down this time quite a bit. So I could probably do and get ready for an event at the size that I went to, probably in 15 to 20 hours. But during the day of the event, I was there for 8 hours. So I had 38 hours, roughly 38 hours of my time tied up to do this one event. My wife helped out a bunch. She was selling while I was selling. It was great to have another person there. So I need to count that in there as well because that's labor hours. She was there for 8 hours. She helped set up. She helped me tear down at the end. She was in there in the middle, helped making sales. So there's another 8 hours. That's 46 hours of labor. So we have 46 labor hours tied up into this event. So if you do the math, if you do your $532.91 that we profited and divide it by the 46 man hours, that means we made $11.59 an hour for this event. That kind of hurts me to say just because I know how much time I spent and I know what I value my time at. But I got to have fun. I got to be in a community that I absolutely love. And I get to make a little money while doing it. So yeah, $11.59 an hour. Now, there is asterisk we can put in that as well because moving forward, I don't need to buy another display case until I want to. I don't need to buy a $120 microphone. I have it. That cost won't be added in. I don't need to buy the acrylic sign holders until 3 of these things break or get so scratched up I can't see them anymore. So I did have a lot of upfront cost in my first event, and like my direct costs will drop for the next one, right? So that would mean more profit to stay in the pocket. So yeah, that's everything money side. I'm done talking about the money. I'm ready to move on and actually just talk about the event, right? So during this event, I had so many people show up and come up and just talk Pokemon, talk about the cards, and that was the best part to me. Like, I absolutely had a blast. I had people opening packs at my booth, and it just, I don't know how to say it unless you're there type of thing. I got to interact with hundreds of people talking about Pokemon. It's pretty sweet, right? And I made trades. I haven't traded in years, people. Like, it's been a while because I work a lot. I'm at home. I don't go to card shows anymore, or I can't say card shows. I don't go to I don't go to shops anymore to go play or trade. So it's been years since I've actually traded stuff. That was a lot of fun. I had a blast trading. I actually picked up my most expensive card when I bought that one. And then I traded for other ones. Like, it was just a fun thing. It had people come up and talk about the type of Pokemons they like. Kids, like I said, opening packs at the event. I was giving away packs during this event. If you remember they're older now, and no, they're not worth anything, but I was giving out these trick or trade packs. I had a total of 80 of these things, 80 packs, and this one's probably has like 10 to 15 packs missing out of 40. So I gave away like 50 to 60 packs of this. There's nothing expensive in there, but it's fun watching the kids have fun open them. And then I gained people on Instagram that wanted to follow me, or YouTube. Like, they're probably watching this video. I'm very thankful for you. I had a lot of fun at this event. I can't wait for the next one. Oh, and then I had people like on Instagram sending me photos later on a day, and so later on Saturday and Sunday, sending me photos of like their kids holding up the cards that they pulled and smiling next to them and saying, hey, this is what I pulled, taking a picture of the cards. Like, that to me is a community. Like, they were excited, so they wanted to share. And I was excited seeing it. Like, I love it when people pull stuff. It makes it a lot more enjoyable. Like, I hate it when I just watch someone just open packs and they don't get anything. I always want them to pull stuff. But yeah, so the community is the best part of all this. It's not the money. It's the community. And I'm going to keep doing it. So I believe that covered all my bases on this. Oh, no, I didn't cover all my bases. Quick takeaway from this. If you're ever going to vend for everything good in life, make sure that you at least take some penny sleeves with you. That's something that I forgot. I took top loaders. I'm like, people are going to be buying singles. I don't want them to wrinkle up their singles that they bought out, and I'll just give them a top loader. And that way they can just carry it and just move on. I forgot sleeves. I didn't think about people, ripping packs at my booth, and then they pull like a cool card. I'm like, how do I carry this? So I was taking some of my cheap Magic Gathering sleeves off because they're all brand new penny sleeves, putting in their card, putting in a top loader, and giving it back to them. But yeah, make sure. I just dumped out all but 2 of my penny sleeves. I just made a mess. It wasn't sealed. I'm going to keep this in the video. But yeah, take sleeves with you. Take water with you. Dear goodness. That was a great thing that we did. I saw other vendors talk about that, so I made sure I did it. And be ready to stand for hours. Like I had a chair there. I had a chair with me, and I sat a few times during this event. I might have sat for a total of 10 minutes in 8 hours. That's how hectic this gets. And you have to remember to eat. You have to remember to eat food. I mean, we can go a whole day without eating, but you have to remember. I had my wife just brought me food and said, you need to eat. I wasn't thinking about it. I was having too much fun. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's everything for this. So stick around. I have more videos coming. I'll see you on the next one.